Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I am going to make a card based on the paper my viewers chose for me to use. I gave you a choice of this pink paper with like blue. They look like sequins, but they're not. And it was a double-sided piece, or this purple piece with a butterfly. I had 1 vote for the pink and 3 votes for the purple, so that's the one I'm going to use today. And I kind of feel like it's cheating because it has the design already on it. So I'm going to play with that a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is take a pair of scissors, and I'm going to cut out this butterfly. I want this element on the card, but to be popped up. Otherwise, I'm going to use the paper just like it is, but I want this to be popped up. And now I'll set that aside. And now for my card, I have this paper that I got from Joann Fabrics. It's like a lemon, bright lemon yellow. And here my, it's kind of looking at a green yellow here, but it's like a, think of the Grinch. It's that lemon lime green with a hint of a yellow tone to it. This measures 10 inches by 7 inches. I scored it at the 5-inch line, folded it, creased it with my bone folder. And then from the same paper pack, there was this, I call it a dusty purple. This measures 6 3/8 by 4 3/8. And now I'm going to cut out this piece. This is using GinaK's Master Layouts 8. So I'm just going to cut out a piece down here. So I'm just going to trim this off. Hopefully I get it the right size I need it. Oh, just. That was close. Okay, so let me run that through my machine. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there they are. I moved the plates over to the other side. This is just going to be quite close in cutting. I think I just got it. Let me run that through. Okay. Oh, and I got it. Just. It gives that nice stitched edge, which is why I like to use the GinaK Master Layouts. You don't need that stitched edge. If you don't have that die, this measures 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And that'll fit nicely just inside there. But now with that purple piece, I want to cut out a sentiment. And I'm going to use this Hero Arts, it's DC 175, the Love Stampin' Cut. And I also got this from Joann Fabrics. And it has the die. And I'm going to cut that out of this purple. Oh, don't need to cut that, just this. Getting ahead of myself. And if this turns out to be a really quick card, I'll just put you on pause at the end and make another one. But I think this will give me enough time without making this too long of a video to do this one card for you. All right. Get that over there. Okay, I just need the word love. Now, I'm going to put these two pieces together, the purple and this piece that I cut out, because these can go together now. It doesn't matter that you have the word love cut out of it because you're covering it up. I think I'll just do one because I'm also going to do the inside of the card and the envelope, I'm hoping. Okay, make sure that that is straight because I always get them on crooked to start with. There we go. Now this is going to go flat in the middle of that card, and I'll try and stay on camera for you. And get this on straight. As straight as I can. Okay, now this piece that I die cut out from the paper, I want to make that a little thicker. So I have some scrap cardstock over here. I'm just going to cut it a little bit shorter. If I could cut it exact, that would be perfect. But I'm just going to cut, and I think this is 2 layers together here. So I'm just going to glue this on. And this was a piece of folded paper, so I'm just going to glue that. Just makes that a little thicker. And then I want to pop this up, but I want to do it at an angle. Remember on the paper it was like this, and I thought if I did that, that would look real pretty. So I'm just going to use my foam tape. This also shows you don't have to use the pattern paper as it comes. You can cut it apart, reimagine it, but it will still have the cohesiveness of that pattern paper. And yes, I do have a different pink sweater on today. It's still chilly, but it's no longer in the negative digits, so that's all good. All right, and then I want to put, so it's coming off the edge of my paper a little bit, but not off the edge of the card. Okay, now the word love I want to put down here, but it comes with some stamps too. Pardon me. Let's see. I want to put sending you love. So if I put sending you right about there. Now I'll get my stamping platform. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in backwards because I already have it on my card. And I want to get that lined up as straight as I can. And I'm going to use black for this. So I'm going to use my Versafine Clair Nocturne, and I'm just shoving that up, and already it's, make sure that's where I want it to be. Yeah. Trying to get it on camera so you can see, but you know how to ink your stamps. And I'm going to put that down. Where's my, right there it is. I'm going to do one more inking. That's perfect. Now I'll just clean off the stamp with my tidy towel. Let's set that right there for a minute. All right. Now I want to put love on here, and I'm going to put that down flat. But I think it needs a little bling, of course. So I'm just going to take a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to use my Wink of Stella because it doesn't need a lot of bling. It just needs a little bling. I'll put my Wink of Stella for there it is. I'm just using the Wink of Stella in clear, so that, and I'm just going over my love. It's not going to change the color. It's just going to add a little bit of sparkle. Now, if you wanted, you could cut this out several times, layered them together, and it would give you a little bit more dimension. I'm just going to use the one layer today. And see if I can get my glue. There we go. Come on. I guess I'll go back to my bigger bottle. These little bottles are nice, but I tend to run into more problems with them. And that's because it was laying on its side instead of, I normally store them up, straight up and down so that the glue runs to the base, but I didn't today. And sending you love there. Now I'm not done with this because I'm going to do stuff on the inside, but I am going to bejewel that some more. Now for the inside, since this is a bright green card, I have a piece of white that is 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, but I want to take some of this paper that I have left, and not enough for that. Maybe if I go straight across the bottom, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm just going to cut this as straight as I can, just to give me a strip of cardstock. Now this is paper, so. And I'm going to make it, I think I can do 1 1/4 inches. Pardon me, the little cutter went flying right out and on the floor. All right. Okay, so I want to do just a strip along the bottom, just like that. So I'm going to glue this down. You could use tape runner, whatever glue you prefer. Okay. And then I'll just trim this end off right here. Now, I do want to stamp a butterfly on here. One of my viewers suggested using, since this has a butterfly on it, using the new stamp set I opened the other day. This is GinaK's Fluttering Fall. So I'm going to take this little butterfly, and I'm going to stamp it on and off of that. I'm going to try it. This is what I also want to do to the envelope. So I'm going to put that up right at the top. Yeah, kind of like that. All right. Pardon me while I get a quick drink. Okay. I want to stamp this in purple. I just want to see how it's going to turn out. If I don't like it, I can just get another piece for the inside. So I've got GinaK's Wild Lilac. And I'm just going to ink up my stamp. I have already used this one. I made another a thank you card offline. So it did not need conditioned. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's going to be pretty, I think. All right. Clean that off. And now the center part of the butterfly is separate. And I'm going to do that in black. Now, this is a small one. So this is the small center. And it's going to go right like that. Get that lid back on here before I stick my sleeve in it. All right, get my VersaFine clear in the color Nocturne. Just got a couple of times. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Might as well put that on the inside of the card now. And then I will bling up the card, and while that's drying, I'll work on the envelope. And I'm just going to set this aside, but I'm going to put a heavy weight on it just to help hold that down. Now for the envelope, just the usual 5x7, I was kind of thinking of taking this green stripe and running down the side with a little bit of the purple on it. So I'm just gonna use scissors on this one. I'm pretty sure I can follow that line without too much difficulty. And then I'm going to glue that down. Now, if you use a glue that goes through your paper, you might want to put a piece of acetate inside the envelope so that it doesn't soak through, but this glue does not do that. And I'm going to leave it over the top and the bottom so that I can cut off the excess instead of trying to line it up. And I'll just wipe up that extra glue. And you just trim it off, making sure you do not cut the bottom of your envelope or the top flap. I just angle my scissors to avoid that. All right, now I'm going to put, I think, a couple butterflies on here. So let me get my stamping platform back. And I want to use the larger. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the larger butterfly this time, having one this way and one that way. Now this one has not been used, so it will need to be conditioned. And that just means rubbing your fingers across it, taking off the coating that came from the factory. And again, I'm going to do it in purple. And I need to put that little butterfly belly back. Just inking that up. And now I'll move this on camera so you can see. This will take a couple of times, I'm sure. And I think one more. It's doing well on the purple. It needs a little darker on the green area. Okay, and just wipe that off real quick and reposition it. And I want the butterfly going this way this time. Ooh, almost, yeah, that's the purple. I thought I'd grab my black for a minute, and that wouldn't have been good. Though it might have probably looked okay. I think it would have been strange, but I might try it sometime just to see. All right, that looks good. Now I'll just get the black stamen. I don't know if it's a stamen flower, it's a stamen. There is a word for the center of a butterfly. I just can't recall it. My science teacher would not be happy. Cover up the lilac and get out my black. That also needs conditioned. One more. Reposition that. Almost done. Good. Okay. Pick up the envelope. Now, let me get this card finished here. The inside's dry. Now, I've got stickles, of course. This is crystal. And I want to just color the butterfly. And I have my stickles brush. Just a little bit to highlight the butterfly. And then, you know, I think I'm going to do that on the envelope too, only I'm going to go down the black portion of the butterfly. I think that'll just add, because this crystal kind of turns greenish on black. And it will just add a little something to coordinate. All right, now to add just a few little rhinestones. Wrong cap. Doesn't need a lot more bling. And I need the cap for my glue. There we go. All right, now this was in the pack of stuff I was given for Christmas, so I'm going to use them. Normally I don't anymore. I just get the clear myself because I can color them myself. I'm thinking, do I want to go with purple or do I want to go with green or a combination thereof? Because I kind of like this pale green. I really like it in the pale green. Let's try the pale purple. I'm not really liking the placement, but let me see what I can do to change that up a little bit. Okay, I like that better. Okay, that's my card for today using my challenge paper. And this, well, I have this and this left out of that 12 by 12 piece of paper, which I could easily make another card front out of that and do some more decorating. Okay, we've got the outside where I cut that out and popped it up. The inside where I added a strip and a stamp. And then the envelope where I added a strip of the paper and stamped. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Stay safe and warm.